What do you miss most? How are his parents doing? Because his parents are private. We saw them for the first time at the funeral.
Yes.
You did such a beautiful job there. How are all of y'all doing? You talk a little bit about the kids, but how's your mom doing? I mean, I know she's devastated for you.
My mom is, Charlie and my mom, well, Charlie's family's there. Everyone's hanging in there. We're doing the best to be expected. My mom and Charlie, they were best friends. I would always say that Charlie was her favorite child. But the thing that was so special about our Sabbath dinners was that it wasn't about religious protocol.
I want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up.
The controversy surrounding Erika Kirk just took another strange turn, and the internet is suddenly asking a question that nobody expected to hear only a few weeks ago. What first looked like a simple disagreement between Erika Kirk and Kirk-Owens has now exploded into one of the most talked about online dramas right now. Every few days, a new video appears, another reaction spreads across social media, and thousands of viewers jump into the debate trying to understand what is really happening behind the scenes. Comment sections are packed, clips are getting replayed, and people everywhere are trying to connect the dots. At first, many people thought this was just another internet argument between two outspoken personalities, but the situation kept growing louder and more complicated. The real reason this story refuses to disappear is because one name keeps appearing in the background of the entire conversation: Charlie Kirk. And the moment his name started resurfacing again, the entire discussion took on a completely different weight. For years, Charlie Kirk built a reputation that gave him enormous visibility and influence. Because of that, anytime his name reappears online, attention follows instantly. Conversations about his legacy, his influence, and the final chapter of his life always brings strong reactions from supporters and critics alike. And recently, those conversations started spreading again across commentary channels and social media discussions. Almost overnight, people began revisiting old clips, interviews, and public appearances.
The entire issue and the energy right now is that people, irrespective of what's happening on paper, don't believe the story. They don't believe the story. And you are, and of course, this is only a snippet of the interview, so I'm sure more will be said here. But I'm getting that you have seen the case, you think it's a solid case, she thinks it's a solid case at least, and is saying, show everybody what you have so they can see true evil. Within her capacity of chairman and CEO of Turning Point USA, they could be more transparent about what happened that day. People don't like the stuff that they've seen about Mikey McCoy. They don't like what they've seen about Rob McCoy. They don't like the history of Rob and Mikey McCoy and their involvement here. They don't like the video of Terrell. They don't believe what time text messages were sent or when the phone calls took place. You know, Rob McCoy is lying. In the areas that you can control the transparency, I think doing that would be beneficial to Turning Point USA, because I don't think Turning Point USA.
Viewers started analyzing details that many had forgotten about, looking back at moments that suddenly seemed more important than they once did. And as those discussions kept spreading, the spotlight slowly moved toward the people who were closest to that story. That is exactly how Erika Kirk suddenly found herself back in the center of attention again. Some viewers believe she has been unfairly pulled into a wave of speculation that keeps growing online. Others believe there are still unanswered questions connected to Charlie Kirk's legacy that deserve much closer scrutiny. And that divide is exactly what is fueling this entire situation. And one side says the internet is blowing things out of proportion, while the other side believes something bigger may still be hiding beneath the surface. Either way, the conversation is getting louder every single day, and the spotlight on Erika Kirk is only getting brighter. Right in the middle of all these growing questions stands Kirk-Owens. Over the past several weeks, she has repeatedly spoken about the narrative forming around Erika Kirk and the wider story connected to Charlie Kirk.
What's a picture of your mama? She dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Playing like that. Going like that.
Each time Candace releases another video or comment discussing the situation, the reaction online is almost immediate. Clips start circulating, reaction channels jump in, and the comment sections instantly fill up with people taking sides. Some viewers believe she is simply asking the questions that others are too nervous to raise, while others think the conversation has already gone too far. Supporters of Erika push back hard every single time the topic comes up. They argue that the internet has turned speculation into accusations and that the story is being exaggerated for attention. On the other side, critics say the questions Candace keeps raising deserve serious attention and should not be brushed aside. And because both sides are digging in, the tension keeps growing louder with every new reaction video and every new post online. The result is a fast-growing internet feud that seems to expand every time someone adds their voice to the conversation.
When you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode, going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus.
One clip leads to another breakdown leads to more reactions, and suddenly the entire situation becomes impossible to ignore. And just when it seemed like the drama between Kirk-Owens and Erika Kirk was already dominating online discussion, something even stranger happened. Out of nowhere, a completely different controversy exploded across social media, this time coming from the hip-hop world. For weeks, there had already been tension brewing between 50 Cent and T.I., with both sides trading comments and subtle shots online. But the situation suddenly escalated into a viral moment after T.I.'s son, King Harris, jumped onto Instagram Live and delivered a response that immediately shocked viewers watching the stream. During that live stream, King Harris reacted to a post involving his mother and fired back at 50 Cent in a way that instantly grabbed attention. When he referenced the death of 50 Cent's mother while defending his own family,
How y'all raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going back my mom. I'm not going.
the clip spread across social media within minutes. Reaction channels began posting breakdowns almost instantly. Hip-hop blogs started analyzing every word, and fans across every platform began arguing about whether that moment had crossed one of the most serious lines in rap culture. Veteran rapper Boosie Badazz eventually stepped into the conversation and shared his own take on the situation. Boosie is known for speaking his mind, and when people asked him about the moment that went viral, he did not hesitate to explain how he saw it. According to Boosie, defending your mother is something most people understand on a deep emotional level. Family loyalty runs strong, and when someone feels like their family is being disrespected, emotions can explode fast. But Boosie also made it clear that there is a line people rarely cross for a reason. He warned that bringing up a deceased parent instantly changes the tone of any conflict. In his view,
I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband, well, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line, and I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. No, we were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person. That's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence. Now, did we know that no, not until we were like 3 months into our relationship and looking at timestamps.
Yet once that line is crossed, the situation stops looking like entertainment and starts becoming something much more personal. At that point, the energy of the entire argument shifts, and things can spiral in ways nobody expected. While the hip-hop world was busy debating the feud itself, something else started happening across the internet. In comment sections, reaction threads, and discussion forums, viewers began noticing something interesting. The way this viral moment spread looked almost identical to the pattern already unfolding in the Erika Kirk controversy. First, a single moment explodes online. Then, reaction clips appear within hours. Commentary channels jump in to analyze every detail. And before anyone realizes it, millions of viewers are suddenly debating the exact same story at the same time. That exact pattern has been showing up again and again in the growing conflict between Erika Kirk and Kirk-Owens. Every time Candace raises another question connected to the story surrounding Charlie Kirk, the reaction online is immediate. Supporters rush in to defend Erika, critics demand more answers, and commentary channels begin breaking down every small detail they can find.
He moves.
I don't play by my mama. At the end of I don't play by my mama. I'm just how I'm raised, nigga. I wasn't raised by y'all father. My dad is TIP, Tip. That's how I'm raised. I don't play like this.
Within hours, the discussion spreads across multiple platforms. New clips start circulating, and thousands of viewers jump into the conversation with their own theories. What starts as one moment quickly snowballs into a full-scale internet debate that everyone suddenly wants to be part of. For many viewers watching all of this unfold online, the entire situation has started to feel like a mystery that keeps getting deeper.
I intentionally, when I was pregnant, hid. Not because I was embarrassed, not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private, but because it was a moment very sacred. I was growing a human inside of me, my baby.
Two powerful personalities are clashing publicly, while a much larger story connected to Charlie Kirk continues hanging in the background. Every new reaction, every new statement, and every new theory adds another layer to a narrative that people across the internet are trying to figure out. The more people talk about it, the more questions appear, and the conversation just keeps getting bigger. At the same time, the drama coming from the hip-hop world is still heating up as well. King Harris has already dropped a diss track responding to the situation, and fans immediately started breaking down the lyrics line by line. Meanwhile, T.I. has hinted that more music addressing the feud could be coming soon, which only added even more attention to the situation. As for 50 Cent, he has continued doing what he has done during many past controversies, posting online, trolling the situation, and letting the internet run wild with every reaction. But even with all the noise coming from the rap world, the conversation surrounding Erika Kirk refuses to slow down.
Erika, please stand.
Candace Owens keeps raising new questions, and supporters of Erika continue defending her strongly, and viewers across social media keep circling back to the same mystery connected to Charlie Kirk's legacy. Clips are spreading, reaction channels keep posting updates, and thousands of people are still trying to piece together what really happened behind the scenes. And that brings the internet right back to the question that keeps appearing again and again.
And yeah, we met at the office, very briefly. And that was you that was standing in line in Israel.
And then we went to Bill's Burgers in New York. Best burgers.
Oh my gosh. So then, do you want to tell that part?
You can tell it. They hear enough of me. All they hear is me.
Okay, so we get to Bill's Burgers, and I'm there thinking it's a business interview.
It started that way.
Right. So we sit down, and you grill me for what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Easily. On philosophy, politics,
Culture.
Religion, culture.
Economics.
What else? Everything else you can imagine, he grilled me. Anything he talks about on his podcast show, he grilled me on.
What really happened behind the scenes? And who will be the one to reveal the next piece of the story? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who's been following this story, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think is really going on. And don't forget to check out the next video, because this story is clearly far from over.